For decades, millions of children have looked up into the night sky and dreamt of one day being up there with the stars, of being one of the select few to ever get to see our planet from the third-person perspective. And now, they can achieve those dreams. You watching this video right now can buy a ticket and take a ride 60 miles above the surface of the Earth and officially be an astronaut. All you have to do is be really fucking rich, or be really famous, and you too can take a giant dump on our planet for an 11-minute joyride to the very edge of space and officially call yourself an astronaut. Buzz Aldrin would be proud. Wait. You don't have health insurance? You're stuck using credit cards to make ends meet? Well, Katy Perry got to go to space, and if that doesn't inspire you, then I guess it's just on you. It's your fault. Maybe you should try being Katy Perry sometimes. Earlier this week, Blue Origin made history with the first all-female crew to ever go up into space. Oh wait, no, sorry. The first all-female crew to go up in space in over 60 years. You know there's a word for that. Second. Because the first real all-female crew where every seat was occupied by a woman was way back in 1963 when Soviet cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova went to space all by herself. She would spend 3 days in space, orbit the Earth 48 times, and conduct a whole bunch of different experiments while she was up there. She was a fucking badass. That was back when going to space meant you were probably gonna die. That's a lot cooler than the 11 minutes that this crew spent up there, made up of pop stars, celebrities, and the wives of rich men. This isn't exactly what I would call girl power, and I think a big part of what's so frustrating about it is it's actually the complete opposite, which is a bummer. I don't think a video of Katy Perry in space staring awkwardly into a camera holding a daisy is going to inspire little girls around the world to go into a STEM-related field. What is Katy Perry even doing here in the first place? I think they lost the plot a little bit. This voyage was made up with 6 different women. CBS Morning's co-host Gayle King, film producer Carrie Ann Flynn, Katy Perry of course, philanthropist and wife of Jeff Bezos Lauren Sanchez, and 2 people who actually did deserve to be here, former NASA rocket scientist Aisha Bowe and civil rights activist Amanda Nguyen. We'll talk more about them later. After they got back, Gayle was saying in an interview that while they were up there in near weightlessness, I say near weightlessness because they were never up high enough to experience full zero G. They went to the very edge of what can possibly be considered space. Anyways, she said that while they were up there, she heard Katy Perry singing Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World, which is weird. Imagine being stuck in a capsule 60 miles above the surface of the Earth and having to listen to Katy Perry sing Louis Armstrong. Not to mention that while everybody else is looking out the window, admiring a view that almost nobody ever has or ever will see, Katy Perry is just staring into a camera holding butterflies and daisies. Like, look out the window. Anyways, I don't love the idea that if you want to go to space, all you have to do is be famous, be rich, or marry a rich man. I don't love the idea that Blue Origin is just giving joyrides to space for fucking fun. Like we don't have enough space junk already. Like we don't have enough pollution already. It all just seems like a monstrous waste of money, energy, and resources. You can't get plastic grocery bags in Cleveland. They're banned. And I'm over here breaking the circles on 6-pack packaging so that turtles don't choke on it or something. But we're sending celebrities into space? For what? So that Jeff Bezos' wife has another excuse to show her tits and make new friends? Don't we have anything better to do? I feel like we have more pressing issues to deal with, personally. Something else that I think we need to touch on is that these women are not astronauts. They're not commanders, they're not pilots. Well, actually, I do want to add that Jeff's wife is actually a pilot. She does have her pilot's license, but she flies Cessnas, not rockets. Just pure vanity for the sake of vanity. But I guess that's what drives things like private space travel in the first place. They put on a suit and went on an 11-minute joyride in a fully autonomous rocket. Crew have responsibilities and tasks and things that they need to carry out. These women were passengers. And the reason I'm making this video is because I think it's so insulting to act like this is some sort of huge accomplishment. Like, wow, look at what women are capable of. Meanwhile, actual badass women get no recognition. The stakes were so low they didn't even pull their hair back. I mean, come on. It was less than 1 month ago when Sunny Williams came back from being stuck in space for 9 fucking months. I'm sure you're aware of the situation, but I'm gonna give you a rundown anyways. In June of last year, actual astronauts Sunny Williams and Butch Wilmore took off on an 8-day mission to the International Space Station when a range of technical issues would prevent them from being able to return. They wouldn't be brought back to Earth until March 18th of this year. This woman is a fucking savage. My wife currently is pregnant with a little girl, and when she gets here in a couple of months, it's stories like this that are going to inspire her and teach her that she can do whatever she wants and be whoever she wants to be. The same thing can be said for Butch, but where are all the stories of girl power when they got back? It's because Sunny isn't married to fucking Jeff Bezos, she isn't a morning show host on a giant news network, and she isn't a giant pop star. She's your role model for young women, not a philanthropist who married so well she gets to be a philanthropist, who now has astronaut on her Wikipedia page. This just seems so insulting to real female astronauts who have accomplished real things and made real strides. Do you guys even know who Eileen Collins is? She was the first woman to pilot the space shuttle and the first woman to command a space shuttle mission. She is a certified badass. guess. I'm not part of the crew because I fly on an airliner. Just saying. I don't mean to come across mean to everyone who was on this flight. There were some people who, like I said earlier, I think deserved to be there. Like Amanda Nguyen, who studied the effects of wound dressing in space to help NASA and scientists understand how to help menstruating women who travel to space. And Aisha Bo, who was an actual rocket scientist for NASA. But nobody gives a fuck about them because Katy Perry holding a daisy into the camera and kissing the ground when they got back is all anybody cares about. It's like they just threw Amanda and Aisha on there to pretend like they were doing it to promote STEM. I don't even have anything against Katy Perry. Well, except those things. I mean, have you even heard Teenage Dream? It's just the whole idea that the only people who get to do shit like this are people who have super deep pockets or really famous friends. And just bothers me. Plus the whole virtue signal of this all-female crew when they didn't even do anything besides show up. The rocket that enables Blue Origin to do stuff like this is called New Shepard, and it's been 4 years since Blue Origin started giving people rides on this rocket. I think they've given 58 rides to space. That's 58 people that they've taken to space, and the first ever ticket sold at auction for $28 million. That's the kind of money that people are willing to pay for something like this. It's just a billionaire's joyride. I do think that that first $28 million did go to a STEM charity, but it's still $14 million shy than what Jeff Bezos is spending on that stupid ass 10,000 year clock. But whatever. Am I crazy? Does the whole idea of space tourism not freak anybody else out? Why are we doing that? I don't think this is going to trickle down to regular people so that they can book a flight on a Blue Origin rocket like they're booking a trip to fucking Disneyland. I have a hard time seeing how this leads to a brighter tomorrow for the rest of us. There have been so many incredible accomplishments by women in STEM-related fields or related to space travel specifically. And now we're all just supposed to pretend that Jeff Bezos launching his fiance and all the people that she wants to be friends with up into space for 11 minutes is anything other than some sort of giant vanity project for him. When there's an actual all-female crew doing actual work for the good of humanity, then I'll be right there celebrating with everybody else. Until then, this is just an insult to everybody with 2 X chromosomes. Anyways, I just felt inclined to talk about this. It rubs me the wrong way. I hope you like this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.